got some cantaloupe. You know, I love me some cantaloupe. Gotta have it. She's that girl. But I also have just berries and cucumbers, so strawberries, blackberries, and blueberries. I use like I have 2 packages, whatever, of the blackberries. One of the larger pans of blueberries, not the jumbo blueberries, just the regular ones, and then a whole 16 ounce of strawberries and 2 cucumbers. Right now they're just soaking. Yeah, right now they're soaking. Cleaning, whatever. Sea salt and baking soda inside that. I'm gonna cut down this cantaloupe. I'll probably just do the whole thing. I tend to only do half of it, but then I won't eat the other half because I already have food for the week. So I think I'm just going to cut the whole thing down and maybe only cut the strawberries in like half or in thirds. That way I don't have as many strawberries taking up space. And then I'm gonna chuck some dates over top of it. I'm gonna make sure I get the seeds out of it. And bingo, that's the breakfast. You know, they sell like dry melon seeds. I don't know, I don't remember what culture it is that does it, but I just remember being inside the international store and they had them and they called them like super seeds or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to look back into it, but it was just so interesting to see how other cultures use different parts of the same foods that, you know, 9 times out of 10 we don't even think something can be done with it. And other cultures, just food in general is so fascinating to me, you know? You just cannot beat a knife that does its job. Ugh. Yo, it's raining like crazy outside right now. Like, oh my goodness, and it just started. Like, when you watch these videos, I don't know if y'all can actually hear it or not, but when you watch these videos and you see the difference between the cantaloupe portion and this portion and this portion and this cucumber, oh gosh, this cucumber portion, like, the rain is loud as hell. And don't be like, oh, but you be making these fruit bowls and basically the fruit bowls all be the same. No, they don't. And if they look the same to you, you mind your fuck. Yeah, I think that's cool. I'm gonna just leave them as thirds. And you know, what's this beef y'all be having with dates, man? Like, I feel like dates are one of the best fruits. One of the best fruits known to mankind. Okay, so I'm getting ready to make the dinner that I'm gonna have. Clearly the fruit is already done and I'm gonna need those dates. Everybody say hey to Macho. What I'm gonna do first is I'm going to get everything prepared however it needs to be. I'm going to cook the broccoli first. Get that out the pan. It's all gonna go inside one pan. So broccoli's first. That gets cooked down until it's bright and vibrant, and then it gets taken out. Then we chuck in the onion, carrots, and I guess some of these zucchini. I'll probably only use one. That will cook for a bit, and then the cabbage is gonna get thrown in. We're gonna cook the cabbage the exact same way we did the last time. The stove is on. Like I said, the first thing I'm gonna do is First thing I'm gonna do is cook this broccoli. I have everything cut and chopped down. You just can't see it, so I put the onions, carrots, and the zucchini inside this one. These are the mushrooms. The cabbage is here. I gotta get ready to massage the cabbage now. I'm gonna get this broccoli up here. I don't have any oil in the pan. It's just going to be broccoli and water until it gets to where I want it to be. Okay. Honestly, it only needs to be in here for like a couple minutes because if it starts to burn, it'll just taste weird as hell. And I don't like broccoli when it has burnt spots to it. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's literally only been like a minute and a half, and it's already has the color that I'm looking for. So yeah, this is like in and out. It'll continue to cook with everything else. Right now, I just want it to get a little green color to it because I want the broccoli to still have its own taste and to be fresh. Like fresh broccoli tastes so good. I feel like if I cook it with everything else so soon, whatever this is supposed to taste like, that flavor will not be there. And cooking the cabbage with its own water. Okay? Whatever water was inside here when you were massaging the cabbage, leave it in there, chuck it inside the pot with the cabbage. You want to hold on to all of those flavors, okay? Chicken bouillon cubes. I'm gonna add 2 of them. Stuff it down a bit too. I'm gonna add, or you know what? I'm adding all of that stuff now because that's what I did last time. I just added it all together. And the last thing that'll get tossed in here will be the mushrooms, the broccoli after that, but the mushrooms will get chucked in last. All right, so don't be worried. There's a lot of water inside there. Don't be worried. It will cook itself out. I promise you it'll cook itself out. And if it doesn't, you can also add in like sea salt or powdery type seasonings to help get rid of the water. But right now, as this is cooking down, I'm gonna add in the mushrooms. I think the mushrooms are actually going to add in like a bit more flavor to the water that's inside here. It's a bit of like a mushroom broth type deal. And so I'm just gonna mix this around just a bit. And like I said, I'm gonna keep letting it do what it does. I'm not trying to mess with this too much. Not until I know it's cooked as much as I want it to be. And then from there, it'll just be like adding seasonings to it. That's it. I'm not trying to. Alright, so I got my bearings, and what I'm about to chuck in here now, like I said, some onion powder. Gotta have some onion powder. Sesame seeds. And then I have like garlic salt. I'm gonna just use that. But I'm not gonna use like a lot of sesame oil that I'm gonna put inside here. So I'm about to start looking around for the spoon, and the spoon right in front of my face. Guess who forgot about the broccoli? Alright, the green sea noodles are making a comeback. The green sea noodles are making their comeback. I only have 2 of these left, but that's perfect. Once the water starts boiling, they're going to get chucked in, and then the vegetables are just going to get poured right over top of it. And we're done for today, man. All right, I'm going to get everything put together. So I got my green sea noodles. They're rinsed off, and I don't need much of them. Actually, I'm going to add something to those, because I didn't use any of this. So I'm gonna add some of the coconut aminos to it. Honestly, I'm gonna just use the rest of it. It has to go anyways. Now, of course, this is something that I can have either hot or cold. It really doesn't matter, to be honest with you. Oh, I forgot this was hot. And our cabbage sitting over here too. Oh, forgot that was hot. Boom. Well, it's actually not that hot anymore, so. And then, of course, we got our green onions, scallions, however you want to call them, sprinkled over top. And I'm going to chuck some more sesames inside here, really just for visual purposes. So one of the things I want to mention is that I also have to remember that cooking the food is only a third of the process of actually, doing the ritual called cooking. Let's just say it like that. Because even when you watch restaurants and when you watch like Chipotle, whatever, cleaning is constant. Things are constantly being cleaned. It's not I just walked in, threw everything on a pan, chucked it in a bowl and left. No. There's the preparation, okay? Meaning cutting down your vegetables, having everything where they need to be, prepping. There's cooking. But when you initially come into the kitchen and when you're leaving, there's a cleaning process. So for instance, you live with other people, clean the sink out, wipe the counters down, stuff like that. When you're done, throw all your trash away, clean your pots out. Like cast irons are best to clean right after you're done cooking when they're still hot. And cleaning as you go as well. I've already talked about this, but I'll say it again. Cleaning as you go keeps accidents from happening, You start paying attention to where your knives are at. You pay attention to what foods have the possibility of rolling off the counter or whatever. Are your pots and pans handles, are they are they on top of the counter? Are they on top of the stove as opposed to hanging over the side because you get one wrong flick and now all the food has been tossed out of the pan onto the floor onto you. Now you're burning, Talking second and third degree burns because that shit is hot. Imagine you're frying chicken, you're frying mushrooms. That oil is fucking hot, man. This whole, I'm not saying the stove is a danger zone, but if it's dangerous for children, you know what I'm saying? It's a danger zone, period. As soon as you start putting knives out, danger, 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 danger. So you have to do the things, you have to do the organizational cleaning. That shit doesn't make any sense. You have to do the cleaning, you have to do the organizing in order to make sure that you are safe at the end of the day. Okay? Now, back to cleaning. When you cook in your kitchen, okay, you walk in there. When you walk in there, it looked like nobody was there. So when you're done and you leave, the kitchen should look like you never set foot inside of it. I don't want nobody to know that I cleaned it here. You might be able to smell some of the food. Okay, I'll open the window. But what you're not going to do is look at me and think that I destroyed your kitchen. What you're not going to do is look at me and be like, oh, I know exactly who was in here. You shouldn't know I was cooking, okay? You should turn around and be like, oh snap, where does food come from? I made it. Who else was gonna cook it? I mean, that's just the ego thing. Who else was gonna cook it? And yeah, like, it's, I know we look at cleaning like, who wants to do that? But it's like, no, like cleaning is safety precaution. That is the biggest thing. Yeah, nobody wants to live in filth. Nobody wants to live in junk. But if you are, at least be fucking safe when you're doing it, you know? Put some shit away. If you don't need it, put it away. Out of sight, out of mind. You don't need those knives no more. Rinse them off. Whatever you need to do with them, get them off the counter. Your pots are done. Okay, move them to the back of the stove. Move them out the way. Turn the handles in. You don't want nobody coming by and accidentally hitting it. You don't want to be the person that accidentally hits it. So, clean. That's the message. Clean. Clean, 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 clean. Because you need to be safe. And nobody is ever going to look at you and say, hey, I know you cleaned in here. You fucked my kitchen up. Get in here and clean it. Absolutely not. I will save you from that shit, okay? Clean as you go. Clean as you go. Clean as you go.